Yeah, hi, good evening. So welcome back to NLP for chartered accountants, and I believe all of you are getting benefit of it, enjoying what NLP is all about. So I would just like to have some feedback. How are you finding the session so far?
Yeah, they are quite interesting and helpful a lot.
So how is that? What is interesting about it, and how it is helpful for you?
I learn a lot many things, trying to improve on my own self, trying to overcome my limitations, changing thoughts. So it is helping in a lot of ways.
Anything specific you have achieved? Anything specific?
Like you can say my mind goes a lot into the past. I'm trying to overcome that. These sessions are helping me to focus or concentrate into some other things rather than thinking the old things that go on, you know.
Okay.
Pinaki, can I add something?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. So Pinaki, basically, yeah, you actually gave me that particular direction to join that NLP course, instead of rushing into NLP world. I was aware of NLP, means aware means, reading the books here and there, some quotes and all those type of knowledge for so many years. But then last month, you gave me the specific direction, saying that just do this particular course, and I definitely attended few of your YouTube sessions. It was profound. It is life changing, I can say. The reason is basically my job is very stressful means high pressure job, high demanding job, need to handle big projects, and it is a daily interaction with other people, people from different background, different countries and all that. So you are the one man army kind of thing, and what is with you is your mind, your brain, how you think. And what I observed in last 2 months, after actually starting interacting with you, there is a profound change. I can observe that, working previously before joining you, or being friend with you, before my approach and now approach, there is a huge difference. So yeah, thanks for that. And definitely will continue this thing, because every session always there is something which I get, which changes a lot me. I can observe that one. And yeah, and another thing which I really want to share is basically, you are available at the end. That is very key for me. I have that trust that I can call you anytime and you will pick up my call and answer my question. And that trust is major nowadays. People are there on WhatsApp and everything messaging, but no one picks up the call. But only I think one call I had with you, but I built, we build that rapport. Now I can start using those NLP terms. But thanks for that. Thanks, Panaji. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. You should ask me, Pinaki, how do you do that? You're like, I make a call and you are still available. So how do you do that? How do you have so much time to talk to people?
Me?
No, I'm just asking about myself from you. You can ask me this question, Pinaki, how do you do that? How do you get time to talk to?
No, there are lots of questions which I can ask, but I want to take your time of this session. But yeah, that is this thing, because that is something amazing actually. Talking to, because I've seen you visiting different places in India, meeting people out there, who are your friends means from through NLP and all that. And yes, definitely I have all those questions in my mind, which I definitely want to ask you. Like now again, this is again my model of the world is not that easy to talk to so many people and spending time. So yeah, difficult to definitely want to know all those things. These are really worth having those skills inbuilt in you.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, whatever you could see in me is already there in you. You just need to discover and work on it.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Hi Pallavi, good to see you.
Good evening, sir. Last time you said if you're not joining NLP, you're missing something. So to learn something new, I just try to join your session. They are really very encouraging and helpful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Yeah, hi Joe, good to see you. What's your experience so far?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm sorry I missed a few sessions. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Meaning it's simply inspiring, I would say. It has changed the mindset, our mindset, and it has given some positive energy to us.
Anything
That's what we
specific?
feel.
Anything specific?
Anything specific? That's what we feel positive about our approach in everything.
Okay. Good. Yeah, Deepa.
I see a lot of changes in me, my approach towards life. And many of your classes, the material which you're providing, I'm using it with my students also in my sessions. And a lot of takeaways, like every day what you're posting, the abbreviation thing, that is very fascinating. I'm able to see so many perspectives, so many point of view. So it's totally changing the mindset. Thank you. And getting to network with so many people here.
Wow.
So that is a lot. It's plenty of things. Every day I feel I'm seeing a new perspective. I'm seeing a new talent in me, actually. So thank you for that.
Good. Your network is a net worth.
Absolutely precious, very invaluable.
Yeah, good to see you, Manisha. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine.
So I'm just taking some feedback about the sessions that we are doing in NLP. So what's your feedback so far?
So till now, sir, it has been fabulous. I wasn't able to attend each one of them, but then I take that opportunity whenever you give the recordings, sir, YouTube and everything. I look at them. I review them thoroughly as if now I'm going to give an exam that way. And it was not only mind changing, I would say, a turning point, I would say, sir. So your sessions were really wonderful. And sir, one thing more I would like to add. My son, sir, he's hooked to you, and he's saying कि next time जब sir का आएगा, please मेरे को बोलना, हम वापस attend करेगा. So he is so
good.
That is one thing. Really, thank you so much.
Awesome. That's a big gift for me. Yes. AS, sir. I forgot your name. Would you like put your name in detail, sir? Full name. Hi. How are you? We can't hear you. We are unable to hear. Yeah. Now.
So one thing which has happened is that you have told me that I will have to consciously make a choice not to use any negative words. So then even if I were to tell someone that we are getting late, we'll say, can't we do it faster? Can't we optimize on the timing? It takes a lot of effort, but it is working very well. Can we make this better? Is there a way we can improve this? So instead of negative statements, we are doing better statements.
Yeah, start with how can I or how can we. How can are the words. How can I, how can we? Yeah, good. Fantastic. The session that we are having today, I'm telling it's going to mind blowing for you. आज का जो सेशन है बिल्कुल फुल पूरा ध्यान से देखना, पूरा ध्यान से पार्टिसिपेट करना. It will blow your mind. Like even if you have done NLP from anywhere else, the topic that we are covering today will simply blow your mind. I promise you. Okay. So let me share the screen. So I believe all of you are ready. If you need to do anything, just do whatever needs to be done about it and come back. I do not want you to be distracted by anything over next 60 minutes. Okay, so make sure you are not distracted with anything. Okay, so whatever is distracting you right now, just go and finish it off. Come back within 2 minutes. And let me share the screen. Okay, and everybody remember, we need to take the screenshot. So before you go, make sure you are there to take the screenshot. We'll take it almost after half an hour, 45 minutes. Okay. So here is my screen. This is how it looks like. So can you all see the screen? Everyone?
Yes.
Good, good. So what we will be talking about today is the magic of representational systems. And I'm telling you, this is going to blow your mind. You take it from me. पूरी उसकी तैयारी के साथ आज बैठिए सेशन में. Okay. So which do you communicate more in? That is what representational systems is all about. Which do you communicate more in? Do you use visual expressions? Do you use kinesthetic? Kinesthetic is all about feelings, and auditory is all about listening. There are other options also. However, these are the primary things that we will be focusing on. Okay. So visual means like I see what you mean. Kinesthetic will be it feels to me like, and auditory will be I hear what you are saying. Okay. So notice that how you communicate, what kind of words you use. Okay. So that was one of the reasons why I asked you to share about this program. What is your experience so far? So that I can figure out that whom am I talking to? What is the primary representation system of that person? Okay, so are you a visual, are you a kinesthetic, or an auditory? I just wanted to take a guess of it, take an idea of it. So I know that when I will talking to you, I will be using similar kind of words so that you get the message loud and clear. Okay, everybody okay? Good. Since the numbers are less, you can unmute and talk. Okay, so we are 9 in all. So let's go. This is who I am. So people who are watching for the first time, I am a certified NLP master practitioner. I'm a certified corporate trainer from IIT Roorkee. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm a mindset trainer and self-empowerment and resilience coach. That's what I am, or that's who I am. And we are studying neuro-linguistic programming. So what neuro-linguistic programming is all about? It's a journey from self-limiting beliefs to infinite excellence in all areas of life through effective communication skills, personal development, and psychotherapy. Though we will be covering effective communication skills and personal development in this course, the one which we are doing now. Okay, we won't be touching psychotherapy much, though we will be doing a little bit of it, but only little bit of it. As a concept, NLP first appeared in the book The Structure of Magic by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, published in 1975. So we'll go for a breakout room activity right now, and this is what we are supposed to do. Okay. So one of you will start describing your day today, and you'll talk about how is the weather outside, what do you see, hear, and feel around you, anything you did to make your day special, and anything significant that happened with you. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. And so these are the focus, these are areas that you will be talking about. So in the breakout room, one of you will start describing your day today so far. Okay, you talk about how is the weather outside, what do you see, hear, or feel around you, anything you did to make your day special, and anything significant that happened to you. Okay, others' job is to take note of the things that you really like about what the speaker is saying. Is it clear up to here? So when one of you will be talking about your day, the others will just take a note of what they really liked about whatever you are saying. You really need to take it down, note it down. Okay, lick lena, but I will strongly recommend you to write it down. Okay, and repeat this activity once with every participant for 90 seconds each. Clear yahan tak?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so what I will be doing, since we are 9 of us, we'll have 2 breakout rooms. Okay, so here we go. Great. So, how was the experience? I just want to compare that what you have noted. Okay. So just talk about one person and others will say that what you have noted about that person. What you have noted down when that person was sharing.
Sorry. Can I share? Yeah.
Okay.
So quick one. Yeah. So we have given that one minute to each of one. The first I speak, then Kruti. Sorry. Yeah. So what I spotted from what Kruti saying was basically, yeah, she's a visual person, very vividly. She explained everything about the day. Plus, she's the kinesthetic where she felt, she wants to go out, explore the world, but she want to feel. So she want to get into the action. With Deepa is again the same. Again, a visual this thing, vivid visualizer, and yeah, self this thing exploring. She wants to do a lot just by that 5-4 sentence. Just explore the life, go out. Yeah, so that is what my observation in those one minute. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Pallavi. Yeah, Kruti. Okay.
Yeah, about Milinji, I liked he said a thing about rose meditation, which I liked a lot because he would concentrate on the rose for a minute and then meditate, which was a beautiful concept, which I really liked about him.
Okay. Pallavi.
Actually, our breakout room was with Manisha ji and Raj ji, and Manisha ji said she's head of the Siliguri branch, and she got a lot of medals from there. And the weather is very hot over there, and yeah, she's looking forward for her professional jewelry. Very enthusiastic. And very glad she could join your session.
All right, good. Yeah, Raj.
Raj sir said he is in Jaipur and it's rainy day there, and looking forward for your sessions, encouraging sessions.
Good. Raj was talking a lot about feelings, right? When I was in the room. Good. Yeah. So Raj, what is your what did you liked about the other two speakers? We can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Okay. I think Manisha ji was in present. She was feeling that hotness of the weather, and feeling point was very high for her. And I'm sorry, I was a bit late. Actually, I was in a meeting earlier, so actually I joined a bit late.
Okay, so whatever you picked up, it's okay. Whatever you picked up, even if you picked up one sentence, that is good enough. Perfect.
I picked up. As I say, Manisha ji was feeling factor was good, and she was at present, I suppose, and she was feeling present moment. She is the present moment person, and
okay. And about Pallavi?
Actually, I didn't listen, Pallavi. I was about something.
Okay, yeah, Deepa.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm slightly distracted. Busy with a little bit of work. So I couldn't jot down anything, but I believe Milind is a very active person and gets involved in everything. And he's into, nature, loves to meditate, go for walks, and enjoys beach and early morning hours. And he likes to interact. And Kriti, I'm sorry I called you Vandana before. Kriti, you're also very fascinated by the world around you. In Ahmedabad, I think you said it's hot. And you've been in one area, insurance, for a pretty long time, and dedicated yourself to your profession as well as to your family. So that's very fascinating for me.
All right, good, excellent. Welcome, Aruna. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. I joined just now only. So
yeah, I know. Anyway, you didn't miss out much. Okay. So let's go ahead with this presentation. So remember, like whatever you heard, you listened, just remember, and we'll come back to it. So here we go with the presentation. So as we completed this breakout room activity, let's proceed further. So now the magic will start from here. Okay, so whatever you experienced so far, this is the point where the magic will start. All right. So let's see what magic is waiting for us today. Representational systems. ये पिक्चर देख के क्या लग रहा है? रिप्रेजेंटेशनल सिस्टम क्या हो सकता है?
Representation of our internal system.
Yeah, what type of 5 senses read, visualizations, and we react upon, represent. मतलब जो हम देखते हैं या फील करते हैं through the 5 senses, we represent that only.
Okay, good. Okay, let me proceed. So technically, neuro-linguistic programming is a psychological approach that focuses on how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. Okay, and this is the magic we are going to see today. Technically, neuro-linguistic programming is a psychological approach that focuses on how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. Representational systems are the primary ways in which our minds process and represent information. Okay, do you see the connection? NLP is a psychological process or approach that focuses on how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. And representational systems are the primary ways in which our minds process and represent information. So the information that is coming to you and me, how our mind is processing that information and eventually it is representing it to others. That's what representational systems are all about. Okay. So the first representational system that we will be connecting to or we're talking about is visual, like processing information through images, pictures, and visualizations. The next one is auditory, processing information through sounds, noises, or words. Third one is kinesthetic, processing information through emotions, feelings, or physical sensations. It's all about when the other person is doing the talking, what you are focusing on or you are picking up is based on the representational system that you have. So if you have a visual representation system, what is happening? You are only picking up the information where the visual words are being used. जहाँ पे अगला बंदा images की बात कर रहे हैं, pictures की बात कर रहे हैं, या visualization की बात कर रही है, कि मुझे ये दिख रहा है, you know. And however, your system is probably auditory. So what is happening? You are only picking up those information जहाँ पे the other person is actually using words which has something to do with sound, noise, or some specific words that the person is using. You are only paying attention to those words. Okay. Then comes the kinesthetic, people who are primarily focusing on emotions or feelings or physical sensations. जैसे राज के केस में ये एकदम 100% visible है. He was talking about, when he was talking about himself, that time also he was using the word feelings. When he was paying attention to Manisha, even that time also he was talking about feelings. Did you notice that? Nothing wrong with that. But he was primarily talking about Manisha ka ye feeling tha. The way she was expressing her feelings. So you only focused your attention on the feeling part of whatever the other person said. Okay. Then comes olfactory, which is processing information through smells, scents, and fragrances. So where fragrance makes a big difference to you. बहुत कम होता है लेकिन होता है. You know, like certain, like some people, मैंने observe किया है कि when they get inside somebody's car, It all depends on उसके गाड़ी के अंदर कौन सा परफ्यूम यूज हो रहा है या गाड़ी के अंदर का स्मेल कैसा है. And that smell is something which impacts the person's behavior at that point of time. Same thing happens when these people जिनके लिए olfactory senses बहुत active है, they behave the same way when they are in a market, particularly grocery market. So when they're moving around grocery market, different kinds of smells and fragrance and scents are coming from different products. So it depends that how that person is going to behave, depending on which part of that market he is in at that point of time. If he is in the non-veg market, non-veg part of the market, uska feeling kuch aur hoga. There are many people who avoid going to that side of the market anyway. You know? Then comes gustatory, which has to do with taste and flavors. And in NLP, there is a sixth one, which is sense of senses. Interpretation or meaning making after processing information collected from all the 5 sensory channels: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. Okay, I believe it's clear here up to this. Everybody, it is clear for everybody. It sounds nice, meaningful.
Yes.
Yeah, you got that? See,
Yes,
now
yes.
notice
Yes.
what I did. You notice
Yeah.
what I did. I'm using all the kinds of words while asking the question, so that I get an yes from all of you. है ना? And you notice कि जब आपने जवाब दिया, it touched your primary representation system. Only then you replied yes. Did you notice that?
That's interesting.
Okay. So,
Sir, can we say the representational system as a interpretation of information that we are receiving?
its interpretation is just one of them. It's the last one, basically.
Okay.
Fundamentally, it's all the 5 senses, the information that you're picking up through these 5 senses, the way you're processing it.
Yeah.
So, like when we were in that activity in the room, what is happening? The activity was somebody has to start the talking, and he or she will be talking about 4 things. How was the day? Something that is significant. What that person can see, hear, and feel around her or him. And something very significant, or something that made your day, kind of thing. So when you are explaining that, others are listening. And the activity was others is to write down what you find interesting, what you find really interesting in that presentation.
Yeah.
So whatever you notice, that is based on whether you are listening to that conversation visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, olfactorily, gustatory. ये दोनों last 5 or 6 तो the 4 and 5 का opportunity नहीं मिलता online में. But when you're in a physical session, then 4 and 5 also matters. You know, like when I take this session in a office, और जहाँ पे physically लोग बैठे हैं, तो वहाँ पे उस दिन जिस दिन session होता है ना, उस दिन सब scent pen लगा के आते हैं, है ना, डिओ लगा के आते हैं, है ना, and that impacts the people who are just sitting next to them.
Exactly. Yes. Got it, sir.
So these 4th and 5th, olfactory and gustatory, we can focus on only when we are in a physical environment. वहाँ पे आपके टेबल के ऊपर चाय भी रखा जाता है, कॉफी भी रखा जाता है, कभी-कभी स्नैक्स भी रखा दिया जाता है. Sometimes you will find a water bottle. So water bottle किसका है उसके ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है, उसमें किनले लिखा है या बिस्लेरी लिखा है या क्या लिखा है. And if there is some local brand and you have never heard about it, you will start thinking about it also. That will also distract you. कि पता नहीं ये कैसा पानी हुआ, ना बिस्लेरी है, ना किनले है, ना कोई ब्रांडेड वाला तो है नहीं. Okay. And the 6th one is the most important, interesting one. That is the interpretation or meaning making after processing information collected from all the 5 sensory channels: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. Okay.
Yes.
Let's proceed.
Thank you.
Predicates in NLP. Now there is something called predicate. Okay, so we have heard of a predicate in grammar, English grammar. So predicates in NLP. What are predicates in NLP? So from the picture, you can get an idea that what we are talking about in NLP. Predicates in NLP means the words that you use to express your thoughts and ideas, your thoughts and experiences. And these are the words through which you and I can define that what is your primary representation system is. You represent all the representational systems, but there is one which is primary. There is one which is secondary. Okay. So when you use these kind of words, they define what is your primary representation system. So let us see what predicates in NLP is all about. Our thoughts and experiences, which we often refer to as realities of life. Listen to this very carefully. You know, whatever you think, whatever you experience, it is reality for you. So for some, 6 is the reality, for some 9 is the reality. It all depends आप कहाँ से देख रहे हो. If you're looking it from the top, तो हो सकता है आपको 6 भी दिख सकता है, 9 भी दिख सकता है. If you're looking from the ground level, you can't see anything. You don't even know whether it is 6 or 9. If you are below it, you don't even know that above if there is at all something. Okay, so and you think this is real, क्योंकि आपके लिए वही reality है. Okay, the way you look at the color green, that green color is reality for you. Now imagine if you do not know what green, probably there is some challenge with your eyes. आपके vision ऐसा है कि you can't distinguish what the green color is for some reason. So whatever color you are seeing is green for you. So don't trust your eyes. You know, there was a scientific study, and that study said that actually there is no color around us. Then how we see colors? Because it is saying that when the light falls on the objects, the colors that actually come out of that light, the color of light with the colors, the color of photon, which falls and distracts from there or diverts from there and hits your eyes. Because you can't see with your eyes. The only thing that you do with your eyes is getting the photons. That's what your eyes do. The processing happens inside the brain. So you actually do not see with your eyes. You see with your brain. You don't hear with your ear. You hear with your brain. It's all happens inside the processing which is going inside. If the processing goes correct, you will see the correct thing. If the processing doesn't go correct, you don't see the correct things. You know, that's why you have a wide range of vision problems. किसी को डबल दिखता है, किसी को ये दिखता है, किसी को वो दिखता है, किसी का फोकस होता है, किसी का नहीं होता है. Sometimes you see different colors. Colors are not matching. If you're wearing a spec and you look at the electronic boards nowadays, you'll see different colors coming from those boards. है ना? But the person who is not wearing a spec, उसको सब कुछ साफ-साफ दिख रहा है. So जो भी आपको दिख रहा है, जो भी आपको महसूस हो रहा है, that is your reality. Period. Because you think this is real. Because that is real for you as per your experience, your thoughts. So if you are eating paneer, you know you are eating paneer. Now if you are eating butter paneer, you know that you are eating butter paneer. If you have never eaten butter paneer and somebody tells you this is butter paneer, your experience, your thought will give you this is butter paneer. Next time, whenever you have a similar dish, you will say, is it butter paneer? And the other person may say, no, there is no butter inside it. How to know this? How can you say this butter paneer? Where is butter? Then you will say, अरे यार, तो butter paneer क्या है बताओ? मैंने तो यही खाया है ना? So that's your reality. So everything you perceive, you think this is real. So our thoughts and experiences, which we often refer to as realities of life, are shaped by 5 fundamental ways of understanding the world around us: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. We typically favor one of these ways or systems to make sense of our experiences, which influences the words, phrases and language we use while expressing ourselves. Same weather. Somebody is enjoying, somebody is not enjoying. Some people love winter, some people love summer. है ना, जिनको विंटर पसंद हो बोलेंगे यार कितनी गर्मी है, my god, how can you sustain in this weather? And somebody who loves summer, they will say the opposite. How do you sustain in this weather? So we typically favor one of these ways, the sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste, or systems to make sense of our experiences, which influences the words, phrases, and language we use while expressing ourselves. So remember we discussed about structure of communication. Where we talked about what happened at the base, the reference structure followed by deep structure, the meaning making that you're making out of it, your experiences, your feelings, your behaviors, your thoughts. And finally, what you're talking about it is the words that you're using to share your experience. ये जो second paragraph है, this explains exactly what happens there during that process. So you and I typically favor one of these ways or systems to make sense of our experiences, which influences the words, phrases, and language we use while expressing ourselves. These linguistic preferences or patterns are referred to as predicates in the NLP terms. Okay?
Yeah. Pinaki, can I add an example quickly? Funny one.
अभी ऐड मत करो, अभी यहाँ पे रहो.
Okay, yeah, fine.
ठीक है? I believe this is okay for everybody.
Yeah.
If anybody has any confusion or if anybody needs any clarity, just let me know. Is it resonating with you? The kind of thoughts you have, is it resonating?
Yeah.
And resonating is a word which is used for sound. Clarity is the word which is used for sight. Are you feeling okay about it so far?
Yes.
So now I use the word feeling. Good. Let's proceed. These are some examples of predicates in NLP. So people use these kind of words while expressing their experiences. So there are visual predicates like imagine, focus, look at, point out, sing it, show it, blind to, in a flash, an eyeful, bright as the day, dark as night, drawing a blank. ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं. Similarly, there are auditory predicates like talk through, tune in, listen to. So imagine this, that you are giving a presentation. See how many times I use these words notice. Sometimes I say look at this, then I say listen to me. Listen to this carefully. I use these words. Then I just say hold on, wait. Kinesthetic predicates. So many a times we use them off and on, but if we use them with full control on them, the life would be completely different. So like auditory predicates are the rings a bell. So we use these words, it rings a bell in my mind. So I'm feeling excited about it. So feeling excited about it is ringing a bell for somebody. It's like a wow kind of feeling. Like just think about it. So think means kinesthetic. Just visualize it. So we're talking about visual things, right? Just imagine it. Okay. Deaf to, crashing down, hear me out, a little voice, lowering the tone, harmony. These are all auditory words. And kinesthetic is all about feelings. Feelings with touch and feel wala experience. So hold on, put finger on, strikes me, get a grip of, cold fisted, tingling, no stomach for it, hanging on, in touch with a handful of touch me. A big chunk of these words are available on Google. If you search on Google, you will find many of them. Okay. Now, this is something where we will be paying our attention over next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So what you have to do is, the first statement says, I make important decisions based on, and the rest 4 are the options. Okay. You choose the one which you find most appropriate for you. Okay. Actually, it is supposed to be put 1, 2, 3, 4, with most important one at the top and the least important one at 4. But for now, just for now, pick up the one which you connect with more, which you resonate with more, which you align with more, which you think that this is more closer to me. See how many kind of words I am using, talking about the same thing. Okay, so the first one is, I make important decision based on. So whichever is number 1 for you, just choose that and remember that. Okay, so there are 5 of them. We will take 5 minutes. So your time starts now. The first one is, I make important decisions based on gut level feelings, which may sound best for me, what looks best to me, which is precise review and study of the issues. Just stay with number 1 right now. Don't go to number 2. Follow your instincts.
Sir, answer can be all of the above also.
Answers are all of the above. What is important? Which one is the one which is most important for you?
Okay, we have to write our views on chat box.
No. Just note down. Apne paas rakho bas. That's it. You remember. So I make important decision based on which one? All right. Let's move to the next one, which is, during an argument, I am most likely to be influenced by the other person's tone of voice, whether or not I can see the other person's argument, the logic of the other person's argument, whether or not I feel in touch with the other person's feelings.
Can we have multiple choices, like more than one?
Select the one which is most prominent for you. It may
Okay,
appear
from
that
each set only one.
Pinaki, sir?
Select only one.
Pinaki, sir? If I have to answer one, then it is red color for all the 5.
No, nothing like that. Just choose the one.
Yeah.
Which one will you give priority to? Okay, then comes the third one. So I most easily communicate what is going on with me by my appearance, the way I dress and look, the feelings I share, the words I speak, the tone of my voice. I most easily communicate what is going on with me by. So whatever is going on with you, when you communicate about it, which one is the most important thing that you focus on? Your appearance, the way you dress and look, the feelings that you share, the words that you speak, or the tone of your voice? Which one is most important for you? Okay, then the next one. It's easiest for me to find the ideal volume and tone on a stereo system. Select the most intellectually relevant point concerning an interesting subject. Select the most comfortable furniture. Know what colors go best together. Which one is easier for you? Rather easiest for you. इन चारों में से कौन सा काम आपके लिए सबसे आसान है करना? If you have been given these four activities, which one will you pay your attention to first? Find the ideal volume and tone on a stereo system, or select the most intellectually relevant point concerning an interesting subject, or select the most comfortable furniture, or know what colors go best together. It's as if that you are inside a room और आपके पास ये चारों option available है. So which one will you focus on first? Okay, and then the fifth one, how I function best. Very attuned to the sounds of my surroundings, a strong sense of colors and the way my surroundings look, sensitive to the way my surroundings feel, and very adept at making sense of new facts and data. So which one is most important for you to function at your best, to function at your peak? Like you love to work that way if these things are available to you. Which is the first one? The sounds of your surroundings, or a strong sense of colors and the way your surroundings look like, your sensitivity to the way your surroundings feel, and or the making sense of the new facts and data. Okay. So now look at the answers, and you know that whether you are a visual person primarily, or an auditory, or a kinesthetic, and the fourth one is called auditory digital. Auditory digital means it has to be a yes no kind of thing. Logically it has to be applicable. I mean, मुझे data चाहिए, I want data. My appearance is more important for me, or the words I speak is more important for me. The logic of the other person's argument, the precise review and study of the issues. Or select the most intellectually relevant point concerning an interesting subject. The answers that you chose, उसमें green सबसे ज्यादा है या blue सबसे ज्यादा है या red सबसे ज्यादा है, yellow सबसे ज्यादा है?
So mine is all red.
All red. That means you are an auditory digital person. आपके लिए data बहुत important है. आपके लिए yes no बहुत important है. So when you talk to somebody, ensure the other person is saying yes or no, right or wrong, more or less.
For me, 3 are green actually.
Okay, 3 are green means whether or not I feel. So you're talking about feelings, gut level feelings.
Yeah, gut level feelings is one of them.
Actually, feeling important.
Okay.
Anybody with blue? Mostly blues. Anybody?
Yeah.
What did I do?
One
Anybody
blue.
blue? Anybody with at least 3 blues? No. Auditory बहुत कम ही होते हैं कम होते हैं. Good. Okay. Anybody with yellow? That yellow up arrow, yellow one.
One.
Yeah, me. Yeah, 2.
Minimum 3 किसके पास है? The yellow ones. Anybody with minimum 3? Nobody. Okay. Anybody with minimum 2?
Yes, yeah. 2, 2.
So you are primarily a visual person. Primarily.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is a very small activity, like this is just to help you get a sense of what kind of person you are. There are many such activities available on the Google, on internet. You can find them and you can work on them. Okay, let's proceed. So you got some sense of it, like what kind of person you are now. And thus the magic begins. To build rapport with someone, pay attention to the sensory language they use. So the step 1, to build rapport with anyone, listen to that person first. And the best way to listen to that person is, how was the day? Or how is the day? So when that person is talking about his experiences, you listen to the kind of words that he or she is using to share about the day.
Pinaki sir, how was your day?
Awesome. So then you can ask, what's awesome about it? Did you notice that I asked these questions?
Yes.
So like when Kruti was saying her experiences, and I just asked her.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you ask this question, you get to know, you just listen the kind of words that he or she is using. Just focus on the words that they are using. Don't focus on anything. So kya bol raha hai, wo important nahi. The kind of words that other person is choosing to express his or her experience, that is most important. For ladies, you can ask, how is family? How are children? And when they talk about the children, listen to the words that they are using, the predicates that they are using. So now you cannot say the words, now you can say predicates. Predicates that they are using. What predicates they are using? Good. If they describe things visually, use visual words or phrases in your responses. For example, if they say, I see what you mean, you could reply, is it crystal clear for you now? Okay. By mirroring their sensory language, you will be able to create a stronger connection and bonding with them. So I'm not saying strong. Maybe it is strong already. You can make it stronger. Stronger connection and bonding with them. Maybe there is just a connection, but bonding nahi hai. So bonding bhi establish hona shuru ho jata hai. You will make it easier for them to understand your point. Because now you are using their representational system, their primary representational system. You can identify the second one also. In fact, the activity that we did, that's why there are 4 options. You just need to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and you need to figure out which one is your primary representation system. If that doesn't work, only then you are going to the second one. Many a times it is covered through VKA, visual, kinesthetic, and auditory. If visual doesn't work, then the kinesthetic works. Or if the kinesthetic doesn't work, then the visual works. Then you go for the auditory part. And lastly, you go for the logical part. Logical log har baat mein bolenge, right? Are you getting me? Yes. They'll keep on using these words. Okay? They use these words. Those sentences bolenge and then they'll say okay. They'll use the words you know. Whenever they say something, they'll use the word you know. So they want to ensure that you know. You have that data. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So let us do another breakout room activity. One of you start describing your day today. Share about how is the weather outside. Now notice, when weather outside ko underline kiya, it was not there last time. What do you see, hear, or feel around you? So I've highlighted see, hear, or feel. Anything you did to make your day special. The questions are the same. Only the words have been highlighted. Anything significant that happened with you today. Now what you have to see that when you are sharing about this, see last time I said talk about, and here I'm writing share about. Okay. So when you're sharing, notice that what kind of words you are using while talking to, while sharing. Okay, just notice. Don't stop yourself, but just notice. Others' job is to listen carefully. Now, this was not there in the previous one. So others' job is to listen carefully and take note of the words and phrases while the speaker is narrating his or her experiences. So listen carefully is the new addition, which was not there. You still need to take note of the words and phrases while the speaker is narrating his or her experiences. Repeat this activity once with every participant for 90 seconds each. Okay, clear? Everyone with me?
Yes,
So
yes, Pinaki.
yeah, but the answers
Yeah.
could be the same, right? We would just reframe, use some different words. That's it, right?
Let us see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. So how was it?
It was good. Good.
Like how was it different from last time? That is more important.
This time, what we were trying to say was more clear, actually. We find some new feelings, some new words. Actually, what we did today, that was more in, detail form.
Yeah, the second exercise, it was more detailed. We thought and then probably gave answers. Yeah.
Could you identify the representational system of the other person, of the speaker? Ye important.
I think I enjoyed the interaction more.
Yes, sir. I was able to identify
Sorry, I
the.
have to leave. I have another call coming in. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
I was able to identify Milanji because he was very he was very expressive and used the word that day is very bright and rose medication उन्होंने किया. He went for a walk. Very positivity and उनके with full feeling. So I can visualize he is very visual person and take a nature as part of his life and try to express this. And my second participant was Aruna ji. He spoke very less. So I can't express I couldn't doubt any conclusion about her expressions.
Okay. It's only a matter of practice. The more you practice, the more it will be convenient for you. Perfect. Okay, good. Yeah, Aruna ji.
I could understand that Mr. Milind was more very specific about the nature surrounding. Like he said, he went for a walk on the beach. The weather was cloudy, so he's much more aware of the surroundings. And Pallavi, I could just hear. I just heard the pleasant weather, not much on other.
Okay, so what kind of representation system Pallavi has? आपको क्या लगता है? उसके लिए क्या important?
Like a pleasant or positive, the surroundings maybe. For both, I think the surroundings are important.
So for her, positive is important.
Positive is
yeah. Positive is a logical person. Positive.
Yeah,
negative.
for Pallavi, she used that two words basically, pleasant and nice. So it is more on the feeling side, whether she wants to enjoy the whole surrounding. So she more on that feeling side. She used a number of words on that one. Yeah. Aruna ji, yeah, she spoke less, but from this thing is more on the word side, logical.
Only the words, yeah.
Yeah, words, yeah. The way she expresses herself, yeah.
Just pick the words. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's take a picture before we go to the next part. Is everybody on camera quickly? Wow. क्या बात है. Yeah, everybody on camera. Quickly. Aruna, Pallavi, Deepa. Wow. Pallavi, Deepa on camera. Quickly, जल्दी आ जाओ. अभी मैजिक थोड़ा और बाकी है. You're enjoying it? That do you actually experiencing the magic?
Yes.
हमारे जो मेंटर हैं वो कहते हैं कि NLP is magic and you are the magician. Wow. Okay, good. Pallavi, quickly. Come on. Yeah, get ready, everyone. Everyone on the screen. अपने आप को देख लो screen में कैसे दिख रहे हो. The next step is to look at the camera and you should not be looking anywhere and keep your eyes open. Eyes close करने का नहीं है. And we'll count 1, 2, 3 together. Okay? And we'll freeze at 3. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Fantastic. So here we go. Good. So let's come back to the session. So we did this breakout room activity, and now what we will be doing is this: master your communication. See, this is the ultimate output or ultimate gift when you understand the representation system. When you understand this concept, when you start working on this concept and you start applying this, just identifying लोगों से पहले बातें सुनना, what kind of words that person is using, what kind of phrases that person is using, and based on that, what is possible now. You can master your communication skills, and I'm telling you, you can actually do that within 7 days. अगर आप तरीके से इसको प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो दिन रात सुबह शाम जिससे भी बात हो रही है, जो भी आप सुन रहे हो, just stay focused on the words that they are using. So understanding representational system can be helpful in improving communication and hence relationship naturally. Communication अच्छा बन जाएगा तो relationship अच्छा बन ही जाएगा. By adapting your communication style to match the other person's preferred system, you can increase your chances of being understood and building rapport. When you are talking to someone who is primarily a visual learner, You might use metaphors, analogies and visual aids. है ना? अगर आपने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया कि ये बंदा प्राइमरली विजुअल लर्नर है, प्राइमरी, these are all primary, you might use metaphors यानी stories, or you can use analogies, like इसके साथ इसको compare कर दिया, and visual aids. So you are showing something visually, maybe some presentation, maybe some picture. When you are speaking to someone who is primarily an auditory learner, you might use stories, examples, or auditory cues. Okay, जो auditory learner होते हैं उनके लिए stories बहुत important होते हैं. So when you talk, use stories, not just metaphors, but actual stories. They listen to you with more attention. You use examples when you talk about something, or you use auditory cues. Like, are you resonating with me? Does it sound okay? Kind of words. And when you are interacting with someone who is primarily a kinesthetic learner, you might prefer physical activities or hands-on experiences. उनको सब छूने से मतलब है, yes no से मतलब है, positive negative से मतलब है, right wrong से मतलब है, yes no से मतलब है. So whenever you're interacting with them, figure out something such that it involves some physical activity or some hands-on experience. उनको सब हर चीज के लिए ना proof चाहिए होता है. They want proof. Okay. What you can also do, you can master your relationships. So not only you can master your communication, you can also master your relationships. How? By understanding and leveraging the representational systems, you can enhance your personal and professional relationships through gaining a deeper understanding of how your mind works. आपका दिमाग कैसे काम करता है? You get a deeper understanding. So by gaining a deeper understanding of how your mind works, picking up valuable and deeper insights about your own thought processes, behaviors, and preferences, identifying your preferred learning style, optimizing your learning strategies, and becoming a more effective learner. Okay. Some people read books by listening to audiobooks. They prefer listening to audiobooks. They prefer listening to YouTube videos. They prefer listening to audio summaries. They prefer listening to podcasts which are auditorily available. कुछ लोगों के लिए विजुअल होना बहुत जरूरी है. भाई मेरे को तो रिकॉर्डिंग चाहिए. हर चीज का उनको रिकॉर्डिंग चाहिए होता है कि मैं अपने आंखों के सामने देख रहा हूँ, मेरे पास रिकॉर्डिंग है. तो हर सेशन अटेंड करेंगे, करने से पहले पूछेंगे रिकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगा, लाइफ टाइम मिल जाएगा. दिखने का टाइम नहीं है लेकिन चाहिए. Okay, so you can identify your preferred learning style, optimizing your learning strategies, and becoming a more effective learner. Pinpointing your preferred communication strategies and improving your communication skills and styles. So you will discover कि आपका preferred communication strategy क्या है. Do you use visual elements? Do you use auditory elements? Do you use kinesthetic elements? Or do you use auditory digital elements? आपका प्रेफर्ड कम्युनिकेशन स्ट्रेटेजी क्या है? अब मान के चलिए आप किसी विजुअल व्यक्ति के सामने बैठे हैं एंड यू आर अ ऑडिटरी डिजिटल पर्सन, मतलब आपको यस नो पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव इन सब चीजों से मतलब है. तो व्हेन यू विल बी यूजिंग दोस काइंड ऑफ वर्ड्स, वो बंदा सुनेगा ही नहीं. ठीक है, हर बार आप बोलोगे कि यस राइट ओके, थोड़ी देर बाद वो पागल हो जाएगा, बोले यार तो हर बात वो ओके राइट बोलता रहता है. मैं राइट वर्ड सुनूं या वो जो बोल रहे हैं वो सुनूं, या उस पे ध्यान. So you have to talk to the other person based on their representational system, their primarily representation system, जो उनके लिए preferred है, उसी representation system में आप बात कीजिए. Particularly when you're coaching, you have to use all of them because you have wide range of audience. However, at the end, what you can do, you can ask us very simple questions. Are you getting? Getting covers everything. It covers visual, it covers auditory, it covers kinesthetic, it covers auditory digital. चारों ही cover करता है. You are getting me right? So pinpointing your preferred communication strategies and improving your communication skills. And finally, understanding how others process information, polishing up your people skills and visualizing the world from their perspective. मान लीजिए अगर ऐसा ही आपकी जिंदगी में हो जाए, कैसी होगी आपकी एक एक रिलेशनशिप? एक relationship. Like I am in touch with you hardly for 2 months, not more than that. Maybe 2.5 months. Do you all agree that I can understand you?
Yes.
बाकियों agree नहीं कर रहे. Okay. Good. So this is what is possible. You can actually master relationships also. And benefits of representational system. These are the benefits which I will share in the PDF file. Applications कहाँ पे use कर सकते हैं आप? Business productivity में use कर सकते हैं, personal development में use कर सकते हैं, sports activities में use होता है, studies में use होता है, relationship तो है. These are some of the books which, if you want to explore more on NLP, you can read these books. That's it for today. So if you have anything to share, you can share.
Huge takeaways for me, Pinaki. But I think it will require a lot of practice on my part to observe people to which what is their learning style. To understand that, I think I have to be more observant and pay attention to the predicates and the words which they are using. Yeah, but it's very fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Pinaki ji. Yeah, the example which I was sharing is basically, yes, in UK, basically whenever I share them rasgulla or gulab jamun, they don't know these names, right? They don't know the sweet. So whenever they eat, for Indian rasgulla no need to explain, what it is. But for them, they always compare it with chocolate or some sugary this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny, isn't it?
Wow. Super. Yeah. Kruti?
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask one thing. I don't know whether it's the right way to ask or something, but like, say I can give you, say for example, when my brother, he comes home and most of the time in the evening he would watch TV or something. So at that time, if we try to communicate, I mean, they would be totally engrossed into what they are watching, and you hardly get a reply to something. So then how do you identify at that time which logic works out of all this?
आप नोटिस करो कि वहां पे वो टीवी देख रहा है या टीवी सुन रहा है.
हाथ में फोन होता है, साथ में टीवी चालू होता है.
That is the starting point, that you figure out whether they are watching the TV or they are listening to the TV.
Okay.
Or maybe they are just neither watching, neither listening. They are just feeling कि अभी मेरे को कोई disturb ना करे. I just want to stay alone.
Maybe probably after 10 hours of work, they need to relax.
Yeah, so maybe that is just a relaxing, because even if you ask that person that what was on the TV, that he may not be able to say.
Yeah, अगर किसी का phone आता है, even if we go and give the phone कि आपका phone है, like भैया, then also he would be like lost somewhere, So I don't know how
so that is basically his relaxation type. So he's relaxing. It's all about his feelings at that point of time. So if you start a conversation from feeling point of view, probably that will work.
Okay, thanks.
like how are you feeling, or maybe खाली उसके पीछे जाके you just do some massage on his shoulders. तो वो आपको, then he will pay attention to you.
Okay, fine.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. You need to figure out what that point, that at that point of time that person is doing. उस time पे उसका कौन सा representation system is actually active at that point of time.
Okay, so it can be different throughout the day. Okay, fine.
Yes,
Good,
yes, yes. We represent all of them. There is one of them is the primary one, which you use mostly.
Okay, nice.
Then there's a second one, then there's a third one, there is a fourth one, kind of thing. We use all these 6 anyway.
Great.
Yeah, Dr. Raj.
Yes, Pinaki, but I suppose that we need more practice and more literature, or videos about that, or more classes from you actually.
Yeah, first thing you have to do is
it's not a topic which can be covered in one session.
No, first thing that you have to do is replacing V with I. That's step number 1. Because what happens when you use the word we, the focus goes outside. So use the word I. So the moment you start use the word I, you will have more control on yourself. And that time probably you do not need much things to focus on. Because focus is already there. You already have the information. You already have the tools that you need. आज मिल गया आपको सारा tools. You just need to practice. So practice क्या करना है? पहले अगले बंदे से सुनना है. अभी सुनने का काम ज्यादा करना है. That is the only practice that you need to do. Observe and listen. Even you need to listen with your eyes. Listen करना है कि what kind of words that other person is using, what kind of body language the other person is using while talking to you. कुछ लोग बोलेंगे. You can also ask one more question to get their representation system. Ask about their vacation, the last vacation they had, and ask them what was so interesting about that vacation, what was so special about that vacation. उससे भी आपको पता चल गया कि लास्ट टाइम हम लोग कहाँ घूमने गए. मान के चले आपके घर वालों को से आपको पता नहीं है कि इसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन सिस्टम क्या है. So you can ask लास्ट टाइम हम कहाँ घूमने गए थे. So they might ask आपको पता नहीं कहाँ घूमने गए थे. नहीं बोलो ना. So you notice how they are reacting, So हो सकता है कि उनके लिए yes no वाला important है उस वक्त. ये भी पता नहीं उसको कि पता हम कहाँ गए थे. और सारा दिन इतना काम कर रहे हो कि कहीं से वहां से वापस आके अभी तक पता नहीं कहाँ लास्ट वेकेशन में गए थे. So these kind of things may also appear. उल्टा भी हो सकता है. आप बताओ कहाँ गए थे. So you figure out that what kind of language they are using to express their experience. जैसे वहां पे हमने क्या किया था, वहां पे आपको क्या इंटरेस्टिंग लगा था, क्या अच्छा लगा था. What do you remember about that vacation? What are the things that you remember about? Somebody will talk about, अरे they have a beautiful झरना था. तो when somebody is talking about fountain, मतलब वो तो auditory हो ही गया. फाउंटेन जब आप देखने जाते हैं उसको नजर आने से पहले उसका साउंड पहले आता है आपके कान, है ना. As you go closer to that fountain or to that spring, so people will talk about visual or all they will talk about their feelings. Primarily ये दोनों होते हैं. Auditory बहुत कम ही होता है. Auditory digital भी थोड़ा बहुत होता है. So you listen to their conversation. So it was beautiful, and the weather was awesome. ठंडा ठंडा हवा आ रहा था. I was feeling so cozy. That means he is talking about what feelings. और अगर वो नजारा का बात करता है, it was beautiful around and I could see the peaks and it was so much green. तो ये विजुअल बंदा हो गया, है ना. आया तो वो उसके दिमाग में खाली वही आ रहा है कि होटल का रूम कैसा था, बाथरूम कैसा था, जब गाड़ी लेके निकले थे गाड़ी में क्या प्रॉब्लम थी, खाना था या नहीं. ये हो गया ऑडिटरी डिजिटल. तो उसको डेटा से मतलब है. फॉर दैट पर्सन एवरीथिंग इज डेटा. पानी नहीं था याद है, पानी खत्म. शुरू ही कर रहा है बात डिस्कशन ये से, पानी खत्म हो गया था याद है. है ना. पंखा नहीं चल रहा था रूम में. सो So that way you can identify. Once you identify that, you talk on those words only. So like वो कह रहे पंखा नहीं चल रहा था, तो either it is feeling hot or feeling cold वाली बात है, या तो visualization वाली बात है. You have to be clarified. हाँ, फिर हमने क्या किया था, पंखा नहीं चल रहा था, हमने बोला था ना रिसेप्शन में, बोला था कहाँ पे फोन किया था, मैंने फोन किया था क्या. So you figure out what is going on. And if that person not paying attention to these activities, that means वो digital auditory digital नहीं है, उसके लिए logic yes no वाला बात नहीं. It was just coming to her mind as a remembrance. And how was the view outside the window? है ना, तो पंखे की बात हो तो आप तुरंत बोलो how was the view outside the window, so that we can connect. And that person will say, अरे view तो अपना लाजवाब था, I still remember, I could still imagine that. So visual वाला हो गया. अब उसके साथ आप visually बात करो, 2 मिनट बात करो, and the person will feel कि देखो वो मेरे साथ, like that like Raj is somebody who is paying attention to me. Now you, if you are an audited digital person and if you talk yes no point of view, तो वो कनेक्ट ही नहीं होगा, कनेक्शन ही नहीं रहेगा. वो विजुअल है, आप एडी हो तो बात नहीं बन रही. So that way you can practice. It's all about practicing. Just listen to the words that they are saying, the phrases that they are using. You can do it with communication with your office colleagues, दोस्त, किसी भी के साथ फोन पे बात करो, सुनो कैसे बात कर रहा है. You can also focus on the telecallers. वो कैसे बात करती. Take the call, listen to that person. Say that how that person is building up the pitch. वो पूछेंगे आप कैसे हैं, आप उसका जवाब दो. आप जैसे जवाब दोगे ना, बिल्कुल वैसी तरीके से आपसे बात करें. आप विजुअल बात करोगे, वो भी विजुअली बात करेगा. आप ऑडिटरीली बात करोगे, ऑडिटरीली बात करेगा. आप फीलिंग वाली बात करो, वो भी फीलिंग वाली बात करेगा. एग्जैक्टली वैसे कर, बिकॉज़ दे आर ट्रेन्ड टू डू दैट. यू गो टू एनी कार शोरूम, आप देखो शोरूम का बंद आपको गाड़ी कैसे बेचता है. यू गो टू एनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शोरूम, वो आपको कैसे बेचता है. द फर्स्ट थिंग दे विल आस्क यू अबाउट योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द करंट वन. अभी आपके पास कौन सा मॉडल है, वो आपने क्यों लिया था. तो आप बोलोगे आपने क्यों लिया था, अभी आप क्या देख रहे हो. तो उसको पहले पता चल गया आपको प्राइमरी रिप्रेजेंटेशन सिस्टम यही है. गाड़ी का माइलेज है या गाड़ी का लग्जरी है, गाड़ी का कलर है या गाड़ी का पिकअप है. सुन लिया पहले ही.
Yes.
So based on that they will pitch their sales. है ना. अगर आपको उसको सुन के पता चलेगा कि आप ऑडिटरी डिजिटल हो, पहले ही ब्रोश्योर निकालेगा. बोलेगा यार इसको तो पहले ब्रोश्योर दिखाना है गाड़ी दिखाने से पहले. ब्रोश्योर निकाल के दिखाएगा, सर देखिए इसमें ये है, ये है, ये है, ये है. आप देख रहे हो, हाँ डेटा है, चलो सब कुछ पॉजिटिव दिख रहा है ना. चलो गाड़ी कहाँ है, आइए सर गाड़ी दिखाता हूँ. तो गाड़ी में बैठ के वो आपको सारा वही बातें करेगा, लॉजिकल बातें करेगा आपके साथ. आप कुछ ही बोलोगे इसमें ये फीचर नहीं है, वो उसको भी लॉजिकली बोलेगा. हाँ सर इसलिए इसमें ये चीज नहीं है. because he has to satisfy you logically. बोलोगे इसमें कितने एयर बैग्स है, तो आपने पहले ही बता दिया आपके पास गाड़ी कौन सा है, तो बोलोगे उसमें कितने एयर बैग्स थे, सामने ही 2 होंगे, इसमें तो सर 6 एयर बैग्स. So you notice, you go to car showrooms, आप नए नए गाड़ी का वो लीजिए, क्या बोलते हैं, टेस्ट ड्राइव. You will learn lot of things. You'll notice how that banda is talking to you, जो आपके साथ बैठा है. You go to 3 showrooms of the same for driving the same car. 3 शोरूम में जाके जो बंदा आपके साथ बैठेगा, किसी के साथ आप विजुअल बातें कीजिए, किसी के साथ आप ऑडिटरी बातें कीजिए, किसी फीलिंग वाली बातें कीजिए, किसी के साथ आप डिजिटल ऑर्डिनरी डिजिटल लॉजिकल बातें कीजिए। आप देखना बंदा आपके साथ बैठ के बिल्कुल उसी लैंग्वेज में आपके साथ बात कर। And this is one way of understanding a particular car हर एंगल से। सेम बंदे को आप इतना सारा सवाल पूछ नहीं सकते, तो 5-7 मिनट आपको घुमा के लेके आ जाए। So this is what application you have to focus on. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Pinaki ji.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pinaki.
Bye-bye.
Bye.